Hello, I'm Stephanie Dove, and this is my STEAM curriculum video presentation. Um, this curriculum's theme was pumpkins, and it was created for ages 3 through 5 years old. So first off, we're going to ask the question, what is the pumpkin study? And this is where our planning section comes into play. So first you'll notice the topic of interest is pumpkins. The age group is 3 through 5-year-olds, and then the academic goals were based on the Missouri Early Learning Standards. Children will explore pumpkins through hands-on activities that build early literacy, math, science, and creative skills by observing, counting, sorting, describing, and documenting their discoveries. Next is the developmental goals using the CDC milestones. Children will explore, investigate, and engage with pumpkins to develop thinking, language, social, emotional, physical, and learning skills through hands-on play and observation and creative activities. And then the essential questions, we're going to go ahead and move to the next slide for this. So the questions to guide this STEAM curriculum, I'm going to ask, how do pumpkins grow? What do pumpkins feel, look, and smell like? How are pumpkins the same or different from each other? And what can we do or make with pumpkins? These are the questions that I am going to use to guide my entire pumpkin study. So next we're going to ask, how is the curriculum designed and developmentally appropriate for a 3 through 5-year-old age group? So firstly, children can explore and discover activities in this curriculum, encourage curiosity and natural questioning about the world. Children have the opportunity to use safe and simple materials, use of tools like scoops, scales, those types of things that are safe for a child to maneuver and use. Also, pumpkins are a natural part of the child's environment in the fall. It can create a connection with the child's natural environment and then school as well. And then the activities are hands-on and play-based, so children are learning by doing. We're not sitting them down and lecturing them. They are active and engaged in their own learning. Children can touch and explore pumpkins with their hands. They can scoop out seeds and feel different textures. They can count and sort seeds like a game. They can compare weights and just compare pumpkins in general, big and small, heavy and light. They can paint and decorate pumpkins creatively. They can use tools like scoops and scales, and they learn by playing, exploring, and discovering. And then this is also super important. Children can learn at their own pace. Each child engages at their own comfort level. We can take the pressure off of children doing things a certain way. They are more likely to engage. So this is going to be a lot of exploration during choice time in the classroom, during centers, whether it be an art area or science area or dramatic play area even. In library, there's going to be so many different areas that children are going to be able to explore pumpkins in. And then children are using problem-solving skills and higher level thinking. So we get that higher level thinking by asking the open-ended questions, and then problem solving is going to come from children being able to try things. Maybe they don't work out the way they thought that they would, and the child is able to try and try again until they're successful. So next we're just going to take a brief walkthrough of the STEAM curriculum concept map and how it was created. So I created this concept map by first completing the planning section. Without this section, I was not able to expand on any of the other areas of learning. Something that I would like to point out is that we did plan for science, engineering, creativity, technology, and math. Although these are singular, all of these areas have integrated learning into them of STEAM. So each area is going to have a little bit of science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. And you can see that through this curriculum concept plan. So some of the activities that I chose to do in this concept map are science, pumpkin investigation station, and then engineering, pumpkin ramps, and pumpkin bridge building. And then for creativity in the arts, pumpkin painting and exploration, pumpkin stamping, and then pumpkin for technology, pumpkin sound and building station, and math, pumpkin seed counting and design, and then pumpkin towers as well for math. And then back on science, there's going to be a pumpkin graphing and life cycle exploration. The next portion of the STEAM curriculum concept map was focused on engineering. So in this focus portion, I created two activities that fell in line with the engineering category. And the first activity was a pumpkin boat challenge. The second activity was a pumpkin balance scale. Each of these activities really challenged me to make sure, you can see right here, making sure that I am integrating each area of STEAM into what we're working on and what we're doing. So even with the pumpkin boat challenge, this integrated science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And the same goes for the pumpkin balance scale, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. On my next slide, technology was the subject of focus for the next activity. So for this one, a pumpkin photo sequence storytelling project, and then a pumpkin sound recording and listening station. And you'll also notice that in both of these, each of the STEAM concepts are located in the academic concepts of the lesson plan here. So next, in the creation of this STEAM curriculum about pumpkins, an activity lesson plan was created. So during this, I chose to do a simple machine activity called the pumpkin balance scale. And you will see through this how I practice, including the learning objectives, including the MELs, and how all of the components of STEAM are located within this lesson plan. So we're really serious about integrating all of those different areas of learning together. We talk about how to develop that further level thinking through before the activity, during the activity, and then checking for understanding at the end of the activity. This really helps the child develop that higher level thinking. It allows them activities that they're able to explore, and it does keep it developmentally appropriate while integrating those elements of STEAM. STEAM integration during this curriculum plan was extremely important. This is just going to describe how every area of learning was connected through pumpkins. So science, learning how pumpkins grow and what's inside of them. Technology, using tools like scales and classroom videos. Engineering, building and designing with pumpkins and seeds. Art, decorating pumpkins and expressing their own creativity. Pumpkins were also used in the dramatic play area. And then math, counting, sorting, measuring, and comparing. Reflecting on STEAM. In my pumpkin study curriculum, I connected all the STEAM areas by using one topic and building different activities around it. For example, children explored pumpkins through science by learning how they grow, and they used math by counting and comparing seeds, and expressed creativity through art and decorating. All of these activities were connected to pumpkins, which helped the learning feel meaningful and engaging. This project helped me see how important it is to plan hands-on activities and let children explore, ask questions, and learn through play. It also showed me that young children can understand STEAM concepts when they are given opportunities to actively discover and be involved in their own learning. And what I really took away from this is how many opportunities that children do have to be engaged during this. And we could plan far beyond what I've even covered in this curriculum plan. Developing STEAM curriculum using NACCE resources. So I built my pumpkin STEAM curriculum by using ideas from NACCE as a guide. This helped ensure that I am presenting the children with the opportunities to practice developmentally appropriate skills. While following the guide of NACCE, I aim to focus on making the STEAM curriculum fit how young children actually learn. I planned activities where children could explore pumpkins in a hands-on way instead of just listening. Like opening them up, counting seeds, and creating with them. I made sure each activity connected back to the pumpkin theme while also including different areas like science, math, art. We would also add technology and engineering to that as well. I also thought about giving children chances to ask questions, make guesses, and figure out things on their own. Overall, these resources helped me create something that feels engaging, natural, and centered around learning through play. Pumpkins open the door to science, technology, engineering, the arts, math, and so much more. We can grow learners one pumpkin at a time. This opportunity to be able to expand on my STEAM knowledge and skills as a teacher is something that I'm going to take with me throughout my career. I believe that integrating STEAM learning into everyday experiences in the classroom is so important, and I plan to take this with me down the road as I continue to teach in a preschool classroom. Thank you for watching this presentation.